watching Tommy TV.
Testing, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Taylorville girls basketball continues its busy stretch of games. Fresh off their first win in 10, they now have to turn their attention to one of the state's heavyweights as Aton has come to town. Thanks so much for joining us on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. I'm Reed Kamai, and I'm joined alongside here by Garrett Schultz. And Garrett, you know, that win 2 nights ago has to have given the team a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it really has. They just broke their 9 losing streak. It's just like a lot of teams would mentally check out after 9 straight losses. But like they walked into Springfield Tuesday night and they proved themselves plenty of fight left. Tonight they're looking to turn that wave into like a wave of momentum.
And to get that wave of momentum, they're going to look to players like Grace Rogers, who has had up and down stretches this season, now on a little bit more of a high. A good performance 2 nights ago. I think she had, 18 points in that game. I'm going to have to double check my notes here, Garrett. But that was certainly a good performance by her. A lot of point scoring. Let's see, that was, oh, look at that, 18 points. I happen to remember from only 2 nights ago. That was what Grace Rogers was able to do. Also got plenty of rebounds, got some steals as well. There were a lot of steals in that game, actually, in both directions. So that's something that Grace Rogers was able to do plenty of, and she'll look for that again tonight, I'm sure, Garrett.
Yeah. And then pretty sure, Bailey Jackson, pretty sure she scored 12 points against, she scored 11 points against the Sacred Hearts.
So, yeah, we'll look for Bailey Jackson to contribute as well, just like you said. Right now, let's throw it over to Ella, who's got a report from the sideline. Ella?
Thanks, Reed. Good evening and welcome, Tornado Nation, to tonight's matchup between the Alton Redbirds and your Taylorville Tornadoes. Alton's record is set at 17-2 overall, undefeated in conference, and riding a 7-game win streak. But Taylorville Tornadoes' record at 6-16, but hoping to build momentum off their win against Sacred Heart Griffin 46-40 on Tuesday. I'm Ella Hohenstein, reporting from the sidelines. Tip-off will come soon.
Thank you, Ella, and we'll talk a little more about Alton a little bit. Another player I do want to focus on that has certainly stood up recently is Hope Kitzman. We haven't really highlighted her a whole lot this season, but she's been a key focal point of the offense. And if it's not from the scoring, it's from the way she tries, or ways, I should say, plural, that she really tries to sort of command the offense in terms of setting up players, in terms of where they're going to go, and certainly in terms of inbounding the ball. That's something that she has had to do a lot. And other teams, Garrett, have not made it easy for her to do that. So she's going to have a tough task against Alton tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure she's leading the team in assists right now. So that's another good thing on her record here.
Yeah, I haven't kept track of that, but I'm sure you have, and so we'll see what she's able to contribute in that respect tonight. You can hear the Taylorville Jazz Band as they're getting things going here. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV is sponsored by your Taylorville McDonald's, where I'm loving it and they love the Tornadoes. It's also sponsored by Taylorville Community Credit Union, the Senior Citizens of Christian County, Country Financial Agent Nicole Patrick, and Scooters Coffee. Now, Scooters Coffee is donating $3 to the Tornado Sports Boosters for every 3-point score by the boys and girls varsity teams. We are now with the girls up to 78 3-point scores on the season, so that's $234 going to the Tornado Sports Boosters. Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have more in the build-up to this one between Taylorville and Alton. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV getting ready for this one here between Taylorville and Alton. Let's have a look at our CTI keys to the game as these two teams get set to start in about 9 minutes time, we understand. Well, the first key to the game is to play 32 minutes. Now, Taylorville has had struggles at certain parts of the game, and those parts of the game have really varied throughout the season. I was talking about this 2 nights ago on radio only. They've had some games where they've started out poorly. They've had some games where they've dropped off from the halfway point through the third quarter onwards. They've had a couple of games where they have really struggled to score in the second quarter. So they've got to be able to play a complete game throughout. They've got to be creative on offense. This Alton defense is a strong one. How about the last 2 games? They have conceded a combined, get this, Garrett, 24 points. That's how many points that Alton has given up total in the last 2 games. So they got to be creative and really try and fool this Alton offense. And then the other key to the game here is get defensive rebounds, right? That's another area Taylorville has struggled with this season, and they cannot give of all teams Alton second chance opportunities to score baskets. So that'll be what this Taylorville team needs to do in your CTI keys to the game. Garrett, what do you make of that?
I mean, like you said, the points of the game, be creative with the offense. It's just their defense is really good. It's almost unbreakable at this. It really seems unbreakable, but it's just I feel like they really get a rhythm with their defense, and they just do the same things over and over again. So I feel like if they just, like CTI said, be creative, they can break that defense and score the game.
Well, we'll see what they're able to do tonight. Let us pause 10 seconds for station identification on 96.5 The Chill. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill. We're getting ready for the start of this one between Taylorville and Alton. Doing it right before a stretch of some very cold weather. Actually, we're expecting temperatures to drop pretty massively. We're expecting temperatures to drop pretty massively over the next few days. So we'll see what happens there. Let's take a look at Alton. Right now, they are 17-2 overall. They are 7-0. And in the top spot of the Southwestern Conference, which is what they play in. Last time out, a 73-10 win against Hazelwood East. That was all on the road. So actually, this is the last of 6 straight road games for Alton. The Redbirds are what they are known as. So they beat Hazelwood East. Also wins against Collinsville, Belleville East, Highland, and Belleville West in their last few games. So riding currently a 7-game winning run. Overall, in terms of their conference games, get this, they've won their last 34 conference games. So that goes back to the 26th of January, 2023. It was a loss away to O'Fallon. They've also won 7 straight road games, have Alton. Very successful season last time out, 34-3 overall. And they finished, of course, top of the Southwestern Conference, and they finished in 3rd place in the state in the 4A category. So this is an Alton team that is not to be taken lightly. Alton's had single-digit losses in each of their last 5 seasons. If they can pick up one more win tonight, that will be the case this season too. And that's a big turnaround for this Alton team, because after those 5 straight single-digit loss seasons, they had 7 straight losing seasons. So a big turnaround there, and that has come in part to thanks to the work of their head coach DeAndre Riney. So we'll see what their look is tonight as they get out there. These two teams last faced back on the 23rd of January in 2025, so actually a year ago to the day, minus 1 day, and Alton took that match by convincing fashion, actually 73 points to 20. The teams also met back in the 2017-18 season. Taylorville took that one 66-62, and that was back in that run of losing seasons that Alton had been going through. So like I said, combined 24 points given up by Alton in their last 2 outings. Fewer than 15 points conceded in 3 of the last 6. That other one was a home win against East St. Louis. That was 72-11. Man, imagine winning or losing by 72-11. But those are the kinds of score lines that Alton gets on the season. And Taylorville, I'm sure, will be eager not to allow that trend to continue tonight, and we'll see what they're able to do. As far as the point scoring goes for Alton, they've scored at least 50 in their last 7 games, and all of those are wins, as they have been in that 7-game winning run. Let's see, I'm seeing it looks like we have some starting lineups up on the board. So why don't we talk a little about that. It looks like for Alton, well, look quickly at their starting lineup. It looks like they are starting, let's see, who do they have? They've got Justice Haynes starting for them. They've also got Jakayla Steen, along with Kaylee Lacey, Caritas Orr, and Madeline Ducey. So those are their starters for Alton. And right now it looks like the Alton players are coming off the court at the end of their pregame warm-ups. While Taylorville, let's see, it looks like actually they're about to do the same thing right now. So they're headed back to the dressing rooms, and we'll see what's coming up next. I don't really know what's coming next. And then for Taylorville, I'll talk quickly about their starting lineup, same as it typically has been. Hope Kitzman, Peyton DeMichael, Bailey Jackson, Grace Rogers, and Nora Thomas for the Tornadoes. So the teams are back in their dressing room. Why don't we quickly step aside? When we come back, we'll have more in our build-up to Taylorville against Alton. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of this one between Taylorville and Alton. I'm Reed Kamai alongside Garrett Schultz for this one. Two teams in their final warm-up stages here as we get set. Taylorville, of course, coming off that win against Sacred Heart Griffin, 46-40. And if you missed it on 96.5 The Chill, it was really a back-and-forth game to start. Taylorville started off the better of the two teams, although neither team shot particularly well. And then Sacred Heart Griffin settled into the game about halfway through the first quarter, and then they were able to take a comfortable lead. And so what started out as a game that Taylorville might have seen as, you know, one where they could maybe come away with the win, soon turned into a game where it looked like it maybe wasn't going to turn out that way. And then in the second quarter, I think it was a 5-point deficit that Taylorville had going into the break, 5 or 7 points. I don't recall off the top of my head. Then in the third quarter, Taylorville settled in a little bit better when it came to the shooting. And then they trailed at the end of the third quarter by just 2 points. And then I'll tell you what, it was at the start of the fourth quarter, it was a couple of makes by Lily Durbin, a name we haven't said too many times this season in any context, really. She had a couple of scores, and then Grace Rogers had some of her own as well. And then that gave Taylorville not just the lead again, but actually a quite comfortable lead that they then took into the rest of the game, and there was really no looking back at that point. But it took that fourth quarter burst for them to get in front and then run away with the win. Well, the flag is coming down. Let's take in the national anthem here. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dolph Stanley Court here at Taylorville High School for tonight's basketball contest between the Alton Redbirds and your Taylorville Tornadoes. At this time, could you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem, which will be performed tonight by your award-winning THS Jazz Band under the direction of Cliff Jordan. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Redbirds of Alton High School. At forward, a 5'10 senior, number 2, Jacayla Steen. At forward, a 5'9 senior, number 5, Kaylee Lacey. At a forward, a 5'10 senior, number 11, Caritas Orr. At forward, a 5'9 junior, number 22, Madeline Ducey. And at guard, a 5'3 senior, number 1, Justice Haynes. The Redbirds are coached by DeAndre Riney. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Taylorville Tornadoes. At forward, a 5'9 junior, number 35, Nora Thomas. At forward, a 5'9 junior, number 24, Grace Rogers. At forward, a 5'10 senior, number 12, Peyton Jackson. At one guard, a 5'4 junior, number 3, Hope Kitzman. And at the other guard, a 5'2 senior, number 4, Peyton DeMichael. Tornadoes are coached by Hayden Aldred, assisted by Kevin Kitzman and Ted McCullough. Pitchers for this contest are Alex Carey, Mike Bell, and Marcus Butler.
Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV getting ready for the start of this one. You saw the starting lineups on your screen if you're watching on Tommy TV. We're getting set for the tip-off, which is sponsored by McDonald's, where I'm loving it and they love the Tornadoes. We got Bailey Jackson in the middle for Taylorville. They'll be attacking from left to right in their predominantly white uniforms, and Alton going from right to left in their predominantly black uniforms with red text. And Garrett, I'm not so thrilled about that because it is hard to see red on black. So in there for the tip-off for them, it appears to be Kaylee Lacey, it looks like. So the ball is up, and Lacey wins the tip-off, and Alton gets us underway in this one. And they're already attacking on the right side, getting it inside, driving left baseline or right baseline, now out to the left for the three, and that's a long one off the rim from Haynes. Rebounded there by Alton, and then tipped out of bounds. Who got the last touch? It was Alton, so Taylorville gets the ball after that possession. So they survived the first attack onslaught there from Alton. Now they've got to do it for another 31 minutes and 46 seconds. Grace Rogers now on the right side, then over to Kitzman at the top. We got the two players we talked about earlier, the two players we focused on certainly. In front now is Rogers as jump ball is called, okay. And Taylorville gets the, has the possession arrow, so they get possession. It is Hope Kitzman now, as Peyton DeMichael gets the inbound there. Still nothing at the start of this one. Kitzman then over to the left side. Oh, the pass tipped and intercepted, and going the other way this time is Ducey, Madeline Ducey. Oh, but she dribbles it off her foot, and it's intercepted as Grace Rogers comes away with the steal. Peyton DeMichael there, and the shot is blocked, goes out of bounds. Taylorville ball, so no points yet, but both teams certainly trying to attack.
I feel like another thing to say about Alton is that they're like a really veteran team here. They have, I think, oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they have like 12 players, and then like 7 of them are seniors.
Yeah, we'll have to count that up. Grace Rogers has the inbound. She's got to get rid of it. 7. Sorry, there's no shot clock here. I was saying 7:03 left in the first quarter. I'm getting myself mixed up here. Here's Hope Kitzman from the right side, dribbles into the left now. Bailey Jackson takes that long pass on the left side. Then she tries to drive on her opponent, and she puts it in as the Tornadoes get the first score of the game. It's 2-0. Taking it across now for Alton is Justice Haynes. 6:37 left, long pass intercepted by Jackson, who scored the points earlier. Then she takes that long pass to DeMichael, has to make an NFL-style catch as Nora Thomas has it over there. Then pass back into Thomas, takes it outside to DeMichael, back in front to Kitzman, and she puts up the three. That's an air ball, and Jackson can't rescue it as it goes out of bounds towards Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry. So, fast-paced stuff here as it is still 2-0 Taylorville early in this one. 7:16 left in the first quarter. Top of the key here, Haynes now to the left as the three is put up by Ducey, and it's nothing but net as Alton goes in front for the first time in this game. Rogers has the ball on her own end as Caritas Orr is the one who commits the foul. I think that's who they're saying it's against. Indeed it is. So that's the first foul of the game, and it goes against Orr for Alton. Here's Kitzman now to inbound. Long one over the top to Rogers. She gets it on the hop. Still dribbling inside. Sort of loses the handle, but then gets it back. Top to DeMichael for three. Nothing but net from Peyton DeMichael. Taylorville back in front. Good start here from Taylorville. They lead 5-3 against the third-place team from last season in 4A. Left side. It's up there on the right side now, and the three is put up by Ducey, and that rolls out to the right side, picked up by Alton. They look for another shot. That's long from underneath the basket, rebounded by Grace Rogers. Now here goes Taylorville. Jackson, left side, takes the shot from short corner. That's long on the rim and rebounded by, that was Steen. Alton has it now. They dribble around, and that foul committed there by Bailey Jackson. She initially looked like she was trying to, or not trying to, but did wrap around her opponent and commits the foul. 5:10 left in the first quarter as it is 5-3 Taylorville over Alton. Inbound pass under the basket, looked for the shot there, Now outside to the wing for 3, and that's long, rebounded by Grace Rogers, and she is fouled immediately by Haynes. Nice presence you can hear by Purple Rain, as they're certainly supplying the noise. Substitutions made as Alton brings on a couple players. Who do they have? Ava Harris, and I can't see who the other player is, so I'll try to confirm that momentarily. Taylorville up 2, 5 minutes left in the first quarter. DeMichael across halfway. Doesn't quite get across halfway there. Oh, because she traveled right on the 3-meter line for volleyball. And here goes Alton with a free possession. They're set to inbound here. It's in front then to Ariana Anthony. That's a player. That's another player who just came on. Pass there now. Oh, tipped away as then it goes back over to Madeline Ducey at the top. Ariana Anthony again out front to Ava Harris. Anthony again on the right wing. No shot clock here. Oh, intercepted by Peyton DeMichael as they try to go back to the top. DeMichael then. Now over to Nora Thomas. Trying to dribble, passes it back to DeMichael. Oh, she can't get the handle. It's intercepted by Alton. Going up then is Lacey as she's fouled. She'll go to the line for the game's first free throws.
It looks like Alton's starting to get nervous. At first it didn't really seem like Taylorville wanted them to have the ball, and now it's kind of they're getting it and then they're missing all their shots.
Alton shooting uncharacteristically not all that well as the first free throw goes in. You can see just a little bit of contact there from Hope Kitzman as she got in there just enough to interfere with her. Here goes the second free throw, and that one's in despite the attempts at interference from Purple Rain. That pass, oh, tipped and intercepted in Taylorville's own half. That pass kept in bounds impressively. That was Ariana Anthony, but into the hands of a Taylorville player as they now look to attack. It's Grace Rogers at the top, 4:03 left, and it's a 5-all game. We've had, I think, 2 lead changes and this one tie. Kitzman out to Nora Thomas on the left side. She tried to drive left side. Now out to DeMichael at the top, back to Kitzman. Kitzman then at the top to Rogers. She's got Anthony up against her, trying to get around her on the right side. Gets a pick from Jackson. Now has to turn around, this time guarded by Jacayla Steen. 3:35 left, again, no shot clock. Gets a couple tips, just had to get rid of it. Kitzman now on the right side, guarded again by Steen. Smaller than Steen, and certainly looking like it. Jackson now on left low post. She turns around, gets the shot, but that's long and rebounded by Alton as they can't come away with anything. Ariana Anthony, left side. Oh, but she traveled. That was Ducey actually who traveled as she faked the 3-point shot there and couldn't take it. Substitutions as Max Simplecamp and Joe Durbin come into the game for Hope Kitzman and Bailey Jackson. Yeah, just a little step there. And you can see there, Bailey Jackson knew exactly what the call was going to be. Almost before the official did. 3:11 left in the first quarter, 5-all. Taylorville against Alton. Certainly a bit of a mismatch we're seeing here. DeMichael trying to dribble across on the left side, and pass tipped out of bounds. Tornado ball. As the Tornadoes get another chance here. You can see she's got the only 3 for the Tornadoes so far in the game. Inbound by Durbin to Thomas, who turns around and shoots and gets the bank shot to go in. Nora Thomas getting herself on the board in this game. Again, not scoring as much as she had been earlier in the season, but does so here. Right side, driving baseline. Skip pass is almost intercepted, but, oh, then the subsequent pass is, oh, do they say it was a kick? Oh, that was a bit of a bad break there by the Tornadoes. They are still up by 2 points, but with 2:42 left in the quarter, you're going to see there, oh yeah, the leg clearly went up there. Left side now over to the wing. Justice Haynes has got it, slings the pass over to Ducey, who puts up the 3 and scores it. She's got the 2 threes, the 2 field goals actually in this game for Alton, and the Redbirds go back in front. Tipped out of Joe Durbin's hand and out of bounds. Actually not too far from you, Garrett Schultz. You're very close to the action. 2:25 left as that pass taken by Simple Camp, tipped into the hands of Alton, and laying that in is Anthony, and they just went so quick there. Taylorville just with no time to respond on that quick break. DeMichael, left side then to Thomas, who gets another bank shot to go in, and it's 10-9 Alton. Taylorville still down, but just by the 1 point. Man, this is one of the best performances I've seen from them as the pass gets tipped by a Taylorville player back under the back court. And did that stay in there? No, it's tipped again by a Taylorville player as another pass near the halfway line is tipped and goes out of bounds. Man, what a raucous atmosphere here at the Dolph. I love this.
Yeah, you can really feel a different energy in this building tonight from past games.
Kitzman and Rogers are back in the game as they replace Peyton DeMichael and Nora Thomas. A nice little smile there from Hayden Eldred you can see on your screen. Left side there, Ducey, then back to Ducey for three as she puts it up. Oh, she can hardly miss from three. 9 points for Madeline Ducey. Then pass tipped. They could get another score here. That behind the back shot is missed long as it then goes off. I think it went off at an Alton player or didn't touch anyone. Either way, Taylorville gets it back on their own baseline. 1:34 left in the first quarter. Pass there is with Kitzman, then to Simple Camp as they try to get out of their own half, and that's out of, timeout calls there by Hayden Eldred. Let's take a break as Taylorville's down 13-9. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. 1:26 left in the first quarter as Taylorville trails by just 4 points. They've looked so good so far in this game. Now just getting ready for the inbound here. Slight delay after the timeout called by Hayden Eldred, which, by the way, was brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union. Also, the three-pointer scored earlier by Peyton DeMichael, another $3 from Scooter's Coffee to the Tornado Sports Boosters. Inside there to Max Simplecamp. Grace Rogers, loses the handle. She just barely keeps it in the opponent's half. And Joe Durbin comes away with a desperation pass. Now over to Simplecamp, who tries the three, misses on the right side. Rebound, Peyton DeMichael that was Bailey Jackson who couldn't quite get to it. And then Ducey gathers the rebound. She gets across halfway with several Taylorville players around her. Pass there, intercepted by Kitzman. Now to Simplecamp, long pass over the top. She loses the handle as it was pulled out. And Taylorville gets the ball as it goes out of bounds.
I don't even know what to say about this. This is like really fast paced. They're going back and forth.
I'm losing my breath here. Substitutions from Alton. I missed who came in. I'll try to confirm that for you momentarily. Hope Kitzman to inbound as she's been tasked with all this season. Simplecamp fouled as she took the shot there, and the Alton player not so happy with it. We'll just wait confirmation there. I think that was Haynes who is called for the foul. She is called there. I saw the official actually put the whistle to his mouth afterwards. I almost thought there was more coming. Max Simplecamp goes to the free throw line. This is sponsored by the senior citizens of Christian County. Her team down 4 right now. Make that 3. As Simplecamp sinks the first free throw, it's a 1-score game here. Substitution as Nora Thomas comes back on for Bailey Jackson. 56.8 seconds left in the first quarter. Second free throw rolls on the rim and misses as getting that rebound there is Orr. Now it's in front to Orr again as now on the right side driving in, pass inside as the foul is called. Jacayla Steen went up for the shot and she is fouled. And committing that foul is Simplecamp. So that's her first. I think Taylorville has committed their third foul of the quarter, it looks like. So at the free throw line and sinking the first free throw is Jacayla Steen. So the two number 2s getting involved. 45.8 seconds left. That free throw restored their 4-point lead. Second one is long of the rim and out and rebounded and in as this time it was Lacey who put it in. So they get the 2 points on the quick putback. Long pass intercepted. Taylorville turning it over a few times in this one. Pass over there now, right side, put up for 3, and it's nothing but net as Lacey gets involved again. And it's 19-10 as now Alton's building up a lead here. Grace Rogers inside now, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Simplecamp almost lost the handle on the pass back into Rogers, who tries to lay it in from the outside, and those bank shots are what's working for Taylorville. She sinks that one for her first score of the game. 8 seconds left as Alton looks for the last word in the first quarter. Right side there, and then left side, and it's up, and the shot there is missed on the left side from Anthony, and that's the end of the first quarter. 19-12, Alton leads Taylorville at quarter time. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV.
TOR.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ella Honstein. You ready? My name is Ella Honstein, your sideline reporter. Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
I am Riker Beckmar. I'm a senior at Taylorville High School, and I'd say I'm pretty heavily involved with the FFA and the Purple Rain.
So I heard you just got back from a trip. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we were able to go out to Denver, Colorado to participate in the National Western Roundup FFA Livestock Judging Contest. Fortunate enough to be the high team overall, and I was the 6th overall individual.
All right, and a little bit about Purple Rain. How excited are you for tonight's game and that school is canceled tomorrow?
I'm pumped.
All right, thank you. Back to you, Reed.
Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV starting the second quarter here with Alton in possession. They lead this one 19-12 at quarter time. And then the 3 put up from the left side is long on the iron there and rebounded. Oh, who gets to it? It's on the ground. It's ultimately Alton who does. Inside shot there draws the foul as Steen took the shot. That, by the way, was Lauren Wimbley who took the 3-pointer earlier. So now up to the free throw line is Steen to take a pair of shots. I think that was Hope Kitzman who committed the foul there. Indeed it is, as the first free throw misses, short iron. Man, a quick start to the second quarter, just like the first quarter was. Second free throw is long of the rim and then rebounded by Alton. Second shot is off the side of the backboard and rebounded by, I think that was Max Simplecamp. Indeed it was. Now Nora Thomas pass intercepted as Kaylee Lacey read that one like a book, as then she tries to lay it in, misses there as it's out to a Taylorville player who tips it out of bounds. Yeah, one of the Tornado players, I think, just swatted the ball away, it seemed. I don't know if that's what she was trying to do. But either way, that's what happened. Inside pass, and then the quick shot taken. That's border rim out, and foul committed against Alton. I think they'll get Steen for this one. She commits her first foul, so both teams on one for the second quarter. Let's see what the Tornadoes can do here. Inbounded to Thomas. DeMichael takes it across halfway, gets around some defenders, and inside pass to Simplecamp. Shot blocked there as it goes out of bounds. Tornado ball. Well, Alton didn't have too many players back, and then they rushed back and sort of caught her off guard. So now how does Taylorville respond here? 7:17 left in the second quarter. They're down 7. Pass there, intercepted. They're just getting up for those passes. That was Steen. Then she hands it to Anthony, who takes it all the way across. Now right side, then left. They're going all over the place. In front. They pass so quickly, Alton. Now to the right wing for 3, and it's put up and it's sunken easily by Kaylee Lacey. She's up to 10 points on the game. Long pass to Michael. She pulls back for the 3 from the left wing. That misses long, rebounded by Jackson, and she wanted the foul there. There really wasn't too much doing from the Alton player, although she was in the way. Then inside pass, now Alton trying to respond. Kicked out to the right side, fake pass then it's made for 3. Lacey puts it in again, and timeout called by Hayden Eldred, sponsored by Taylorville Community Credit Union. We'll take a break. It's 25-12, 6:34 left in the second quarter. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Taylorville's got it here, down 13. 6:31 left in second quarter. Now long pass to Bailey Jackson, then inside pass intercepted as it's another steal, this time by Ariana Anthony. Now she goes all the way across, pass inside there, tipped by Bailey Jackson, who was off her knees, and then over to Thomas, then to DeMichael and Kitzman. Kitzman pulling back up, and the left side there feeds it to DeMichael, looking for the overlapping run. Then inside pass there. Oh, Grace Rogers couldn't get the handle. It goes out of bounds off an Alton foot, it looks like. I didn't see the touch there, but Tornadoes get a bit lucky there, and they get the ball back.
Yeah, Alton, it didn't seem like they really took that first period well. It seems like they're just trying to get a really high point advantage here.
Intercepted on that pass. That was Jacayla Steen. She's gotten, I think actually the majority of the steals in this game. We'll have to check on that, hopefully. 6 minutes left. 25-12, and the three is put up, and that's short on the rim, out to the right side, and rebounded there by Grace Rogers. Nora Thomas has had it, and then Rogers now driving in from the right side, pass into Jackson. Oh, Jackson just didn't read it quite right, and it goes out of bounds. Alton ball as Joe Durbin comes back into the game. Other substitutions, Caritas Orr is in as well. She's a 5'10" senior, one of the taller players on this team. So 25-12 Alton over Taylorville, 5:35 left in the second quarter. Lauren Wimbley has it now at the top. Right side pass, that's to Ava Harris. Right wing, then back to the left wing. Left corner, then three is put up, and that's short on the rim. That was Madeline Ducey. She made three-point shots in the first quarter. Didn't make it there. Taylorville started this game really well, going toe-to-toe with Alton, but then the Redbirds have flown away, and they get a steal there as Bailey Jackson was supposed to take that pass, and Ava Harris is the one who lays it in. So it is 27-12, 4:56 left as the pass there out of bounds as Joe Durbin, I think she ran out of room. She was right in front of the scorer's table, and she is substituted. Oh, she's gone into the dressing room. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to update you hopefully as soon as we learn. I'll at least be able to tell you when she comes back out. 4:50 left, and it's 27-12, Alton over Taylorville. Now at the top, pass, off an Alton foot, and they say it's Taylorville ball. Okay, I didn't know who got the last touch there, but it does look like it was the Tornado, or rather Alton, who had the last touch, and Tornadoes get it back. 4:40 left in the second quarter. 27-12, long pass to Jackson, intercepted that time by Lauren Wimbley. That had the look of a football play. Left side, three, put up by Madeline Ducey. That's short on the rim and out of bounds off the Tornado hand. I think that was Rogers who touched it last. Any interesting stats you're seeing there? Now we'll check back in. Inbound there to Ducey again. Oh, tipped and intercepted by Max Simplecamp, and she goes across right side, draws the foul on the shot there, and she goes to the free throw line. I think that was Orr who committed the foul. So Max Simplecamp is at the free throw line, and this trip to the free throw line is sponsored by the Senior Citizens of Christian County. First free throw is up and in. 2 for 3 so far in this game. 4:23 left, and Taylorville's down 27-13. Second free throw is back iron and rebounded by Alton, and that's Ducey again. Oh, she's been the best player out there so far in my mind, at least. Right side there, no look pass over to Orr. Now across to the left, that's Ducey again, dribbles around Grace Rogers, and that's short on the rim. Almost tipped back in as a held ball is called there. Oh, and a player is on the ground. That's Nora Thomas. She was slow to get up, then does get up. That's encouraging to see at least. I've seen a couple concerns like that in this game. 4:05 left in the second quarter. 4:05, just like the freeway in California. Max Simplecamp has it, trying to get across halfway, slings the pass to DeMichael to do so. Thomas now turns and shoots and gets that in. She was on the ground just a few moments ago and then gets back up and puts it in. I can tell you Joe Durbin has returned to the bench, so that's a little bit encouraging to see. 3:42 left, 27-15 as the three is put up by Lacey, and she sinks that one. Lacey, she's up to 16 points on the game. Is that what you're seeing, Garrett?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say, that she is going crazy tonight.
30-15. And it's Bailey Jackson who lays it in and makes it a tennis score no longer. I'm in the tennis mood with the Australian Open going on. I think they're actually playing as we speak. 3:14 left. 30-17. Pass inside, intercepted. Both teams have given up the ball plenty in this game. Grace Rogers, Peyton DeMichael, left side. Inside pass to Thomas. She can't get the handle, and it's intercepted. 3 minutes left. Right side then, and bank shot misses short as the follow-up misses in similar fashion. Nora Thomas there with the rebound. DeMichael, as they're stuck in, well in their own half, then Thomas back over to DeMichael. Rogers then. Bailey Jackson can take the three from the right corner, circles on the rim, and out and rebounded by Caritas Orr. 2:33 left in the second quarter. Low Euro step and the shot put in. Who took that? I think I missed who took the shot there. Either way, timeout is called by Taylorville. 2:29 left in the second quarter. We'll take a break here as well. 32-17, Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. 2:29 left in the second quarter is 32-17. Alton over Taylorville as the Tornadoes have it. Lily Durbin in the game now. She inbounds it to Grace Rogers, who draws the jump ball as I think that was Caritas Orr who got her hands on it. And Alton had the possession arrow. By the way, confirmation, we're understanding Lauren Wimbley was the one who scored the basket right before that timeout. Alton will look for another one, look to stretch their lead going into halftime. 2:19 left. Inside pass there, that's Jacayla Steen, who loses the handle, intercepted. Oh, but so did Bailey Jackson, so Alton gets it back. They can look to attack the other way. Staying in bounds is Haynes, and drawing the foul as well. That was really close. Taylorville on the wrong end of that decision there. Thea Sousley, who's also into the game, is also into the foul count here. 2 fouls for each team in the second quarter. Out in front then, that's Ducey. Over to Haynes. In front now, right side. Oh, driving into Jackson. They call a charge. Jackson took that one. And she's right back up on her feet. No issues for her there. I think even gives a little bit of a wry laugh. 1:59 left in the second quarter. Brief delay. And no, she has gone off, it looks like. Now Nora Thomas has it after the inbound and goes across, and the foul is called. That should be, I think that's Alton's fourth, actually. Yep, that is their fourth, so Alton has maxed out on fouls for the remaining 1:53 of the second quarter. Jacayla Steen has been substituted, and I think that was Ariana Anthony who's come on in her place. Inbounded there and tipped right into the scorer's table screen out of bounds. A couple of them, Garrett, you'll notice it just kind of flinched over there, and you can see right there on Tommy TV, they almost got hit. Oh, but we don't get hit. You just keep the action over there, right? Oh, I'll appreciate that. 1:52 left, pass tipped, this time towards the Taylorville bench. And then they almost got hit. And they got to take cover. Get them like a shield, like in the medieval times. 1:51 left. Lily Durbin looking for someone to inbound to. Grace Rogers does so. Across halfway. That is Max Simplecamp now turning around and foul, as that should send Taylorville to the free throw line. That's because Alton had maxed out. So 1:45 left, and I think a combined, 5 seconds have ticked away in the last few plays. So Max Simplecamp's at the free throw line, and she makes the first of the 2 free throws sponsored by the senior citizens of Christian County. Simplecamp with 3 points, all from the free throw line so far in this game. And the second free throw misses long, so she's been 1 for 2 in each series so far. And we just almost got it. Oh my gosh. We were rescued by the base of the scores, or not the scorers table, the media table here. It's out of bounds, Tornado ball. We don't have too many defenses over here. Well, we do have the table. We've had some equipment get damaged a couple times, so hopefully that doesn't happen. A pass there intercepted, and Alton with a chance, rescued beautifully as it almost went out of bounds. Now in front to Ducey, outside then to Haynes for 3. That's missed left, and that's out to Joe Durbin. 1:23 left. Now over to Grace Rogers. They're across the halfway line. 1:17, and Rogers does a little Euro step, dribbles inside, and gets it to go. Up to 4 points now for her, and it's 32-20. 1:07 left in the second quarter. Alton now with the ball. They've got it on the right side. And that's Haynes then inside. Looking for another angle there. Oh, and a foul called. I think they're calling it against the Asusli. Oh, who took one to the head there. So, no, it's called against Joe Durbin, but Thea Susli is clutching her face. And she is walking off under her own power. That's encouraging to see at least, but I think she might have gotten hit in the eye there. That's something you don't like to see. Now she's just being taken to the dressing room by one of the assistant coaches. Well, we've seen a couple players get hurt in various ways in this game. That's not something you like to see. Inbound pass, shot there under the basket, short and out of bounds off the Tornado player. And timeout called by Alton. We'll take one as well. 32-20, Alton leads, 50 seconds left. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Alton leads 32-20 with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass there in the lane is Lacey. She turns around, gets the shot up, and that misses left on three defenders, actually. And Taylorville gets it back. Pass, oh, is that a backcourt? Just barely. Referee was in perfect position to see that one, and Alton is back in possession. 37 seconds left. Let's see what Alton can cook up here, as Taylorville had somewhat narrowed the deficit in the last few minutes. Alton looks to widen it again. 29 seconds left. Long pass, oh, almost goes out of bounds, intercepted by Peyton DeMichael, then pass off the opponent, and it's Ariana Anthony who can drive in from the right side. She goes so quickly, gets the 2 and 1 as Peyton DeMichael is sanctioned for the foul. That's her first, and Taylorville's fourth, so they've maxed out as well. At the free throw line then, and the shot is put up, and it's in, and that was Anthony who put that one in. 17 seconds left. Grace Rogers, DeMichael, long pass then to a wide open Julie Wayman under the basket. That's too easy for her. Julie Wayman had just come onto the court and gets an immediate impact there. 4 seconds left. Alton's got to go quickly. Right side there, Ducey puts up the 3, and it's long air ball as time expires there, and we reach halftime. Well, Alton now in control of this game. They lead 35-22 as we are now at halftime. Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look back at the first half, see what Taylorville needs to do in the second half. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV.
Hello, I am with Mr. Hadley, the THS Athletic Director and leader of the Unified Tornadoes. Mr. Hadley, what is Unified Tornadoes?
Unified Tornadoes is a group that I started about 5 years ago, and what it does is it focuses on inclusion here at THS. So students that are in our regular ed classrooms will participate in activities, whether that be PE class or different projects with students in our special education program, and just a way to bring inclusion throughout the school so that kids feel like they're a part of the entire school and not left out of any kind of program.
What impact does Unified Tornadoes have on other students?
I think the biggest impact is you see the students mingle with different kids that they might not usually sit with at lunches. They take their guard down and will talk to different students, and it allows them to kind of see the educational setting from a different lens, so to speak. Everyone's educational experience is different here at THS, and we don't always get to see what other students are going through. So sometimes it's good to see what other kids have to deal with whenever they come into THS.
What skills do you hope the volunteers will learn being in Unified Tornadoes?
Goal of, it's always for them to get some leadership experience. They try to plan the activities that we do. They have to miss classes and make up work in order to do so, and they go to the other schools in the district so that they can participate with the kids over in those settings, and just kind of brings a light to different types of educational settings that we have in this district, and gives them the opportunity to see what the special education setting is like, and hopefully get a couple special education teachers in the future out of it.
I'm Ella Hohenstein, your sideline reporter for this game, with the score recap of 22-35. Now over to a quick video we made about visiting Northwestern and the Big Ten Network. On January 5th, to start off our day, a selected Tommy TV crew headed up to Chicago to have the opportunity to tour the Big Ten Network. Learning about all the different equipment they use inspired us to looking forward to bigger and better broadcasting behind-the-scenes opportunities. As well, we got to hear about their student youth program at the Big Ten. For all the students, they found it cool seeing all the picture and photo opportunities for their branding. For the older students, getting to hear about the possible future careers in broadcasting and media, and it's good to have some ideas of what our future can look like. Getting to see the big leagues and how we can improve and compare was such a great opportunity. After, we headed to Northwestern University to check out their student youth program. It was quite the overview experience to hear about their student youth program and seeing one working with their school's women's basketball broadcast. To end off the night, we talked to THS alumni and assistant coach Brian James to hear how his life outside of Taylorville has been.
Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. We are back here at halftime of this game between Taylorville and Alton, where the score at halftime is 35-22 in favor of the Redbirds. I'm Reed Kama here alongside Garrett Schultz, and this is a game. It was an exciting start, really, a close one at the start. I think there were 3 lead changes in the early goings of this game, and then Alton really took control after that point, as they of course now lead this one 35-22. Look at the couple of the top scorers for Taylorville. Nora Thomas with 6, 4 each for Bailey Jackson and Thea Sousley. And I should have counted up the totals for Alton during the break there. Kaylee Lacey with 16 points and Madeline Ducey with 9. Just having a look at some of the first half highlights here on Tommy TV, and both teams, Garrett, have certainly used the sides of the court quite a bit, and that's led to a couple of really good plays that have caught your eye so far in this game.
Yeah, there was one where she I don't even know how she did it. She barely avoided going out of bounds and jumped around a player and then made a point. It was it's really crazy on how fast they can work and still shoot shots and make them.
And one score that you saw from the Tornadoes at the end of that half actually came from Julie Wayman. And Gary, you had noticed back in the junior varsity game, what was that, 20 points or 22 points that she had in that game? Yes. So, maybe there's a sign that she's going to be put to more use in the second half and could be a high impact player in the second half, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, she made like 20. It's like crazy. I forget how many points they had for the junior varsity game. I think it was like maybe 40 or a little bit over 40, but she made 20 of those points. That is incredible. That is just an incredible thing to do. I mean, that is like, in my opinion, a big accomplishment, especially for JV.
Yeah, and she is such a dominant player in the lane, so I'm sure we'll be seeing more of her as this game goes on. Getting ready for the second half, Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill is sponsored by your Taylorville McDonald's, where I'm loving it and they love the Tornadoes. It's sponsored also by Taylorville Community Credit Union, the Senior Citizens of Christian County, Country Financial Agent Nicole Patrick, and Scooters Coffee. Let's take another break. When we come back, started the second half between Taylorville and Alton. Alton leads at 35-22. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV.
What process did you go through and what challenges did you face to get to the National Western Livestock Judging Contest?
So for the National Western Contest, you have to qualify at the state level.
Mm-hmm.
So we started off by being the second high team in the state of we earned the right to represent Illinois at the National Western in Denver. This is the third time we've had the opportunity in the last 7 years to do this. So it was pretty exciting to get to do it again. In 2019, we were the high team overall. In 2022, we were the second high team overall. And then this year, we were fortunate enough to be the high team again. So.
Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornadoes getting set to start the second half here. Hope Kitzman to inbound as she does so to Peyton DeMichael. We get the second half underway. Taylorville going from right to left now. That's Hope Kitzman now in front to Grace Rogers. Rogers does a little crisscross there and then gets one or two screens. That's DeMichael now. Rogers then puts up the three, and that's board rim out, and rebounded that time by Kaylee Lacey. Left side there, now in front, and that is over to Justice Haynes. And it's put up, and the shot goes in. That is Madeline Ducey for three from the left corner. 12 points, all from threes in this game. In front there as now Grace Rogers has it. Alton, by the way, getting ready for a line change as they lead 38-22. 1 minute into this third quarter, and the giveaway as now Alton has it on the right side. That pass there. Now turning around, bank shot is in, and that one is Caritas Orr who has put in that shot. So it's been all Alton scoring in this third quarter so far. Hope Kitzman at the front now. Bailey Jackson over on the left side. That pass is intercepted. I don't think Taylorville's gotten a shot away yet. And that one is laid in. laid in by Lacey. And correction, Taylorville did actually get one shot as, no, it is not. Is that a timeout or a substitution? No, it's a timeout. We'll take one as well. 42-22, Alton over Taylorville. 6:31 left in the third quarter. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV as Taylorville gets us going again. That timeout, by the way, brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union. Taylorville down 20, and the shot there from Nora Thomas from left side is short, and the foul called as Grace Rogers was going to take another shot. No, it's called against her. Grace Rogers sanctioned there with the foul, we understand. 6:22 left in the third quarter. Tornadoes down by 20. Alton's got it now. Taking it across is Anthony as she tries to direct traffic. Pass over the top is with Harris. Turning around there, shot is blocked. I don't know if that was Jackson who got up to it. Long pass there. Oh, almost intercepted, and it goes out of bounds. Taylorville ball. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on 96.5 The Chill. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill, and that was not a good time for the ID break as Bailey Jackson just laid in a shot there. And the ball kicked as Alton looked to attack the other way, and the Tornadoes have it back. Or, well, never mind, it's Alton who has it back. I'm getting the teams mixed up, and I shouldn't be because they have practically polar opposite colors. Right side then, that is Lauren Wimbley. Back to Wimbley, who's got a blue hair dye, and the three is put up, and it's a nothing but net. Maybe that's why she got it. Sinks the three, and it's 45-24 as Alton grows their lead even further. Inside there, Grace Rogers just elbows her way through and takes the shot that's out of bounds and swatted away by Nora Thomas after the fact. It's gone all wrong for the Tornadoes in the early stages of the third quarter. 5:20 left in said period. Plants her feet there, Anthony, then finds her teammate Wimbley. Pass inside, now looking for the shot, instead kicked out. Oh, off to Michael, but foul, or shot there is, well, no, there was a foul on the ground. Jariah Green was the player who got in there. That foul committed by, we understand, Hope Kitzman. That would be her third of the game if that's true. Pass there to, that is Green. Now back in front, Anthony. Left side there, three is put up, and it's nothing but net as Lauren Wimbley puts that one in. 8 points for her, and it's 48-24. Alton once again doubling up Taylorville. Now Jackson, she puts that shot in. 8 points for her on the game. And it's 48-26. Dribbling inside, little Euro step now out right side three for Green, and that one circles in. Jariah Green with her first score of the game. And Alton in more business. Now the pass intercepted in Taylorville's half. That shot is just off the rim and out, rebounded by DeMichael. Oh, can she get the handle on it? Taylorville having trouble keeping possession, and out of bounds Tornado ball. Courtney Evans is another Alton player who's on the court for the first time in this game. She thought she did not have the last touch, but indeed she did. 51-26. Alton leads Taylorville. Pass inside there, that's Kitzman. Jackson there, pulls back, takes a long two, and that's long and rebounded by, I think that was Grace Rogers. And yeah, she's put that one in. Actually, the official was in my way of the view there, but they get it. Oh, and stolen as a three is put up. That was DeMichael who takes it, and then Grace Rogers gets the rebound, and then that two is short. And then that ball is with Anthony, and she does the behind the back shot, as she tried to drive in, and the foul committed by, I think they're saying Green, so the Tornadoes get it back. So Green with the foul there. And Garrett, you seeing any notable stats?
I mean, let's see, we're number 23. She's been in for 8 minutes, and she's scored almost a bunch of the three-pointers. And then, I mean, I don't know how they take these fouls. These fouls are like the way they get pushed around and then get back up. It's
a physical game. They got to be in it. That's why I'm not playing. Hope Kitzman to inbound, as Alton, by the way, made a line change there. 51-28, I should say. Kitzman, surrounded by two players near her baseline, finds Simplecamp, and, well, there's more of that contact that you were saying. Oh, but Kitzman traveled. They said there was no foul there. Instead, she fell, and Simplecamp, struggling to walk a little bit. That's not a good sign. Looks like she'll stay in the game for right now. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, Garrett, as these next few minutes proceed. 3:30 left in the third quarter, 51-28. Left side there. And then inside as the shot is, no, it's on the ground. Jump ball should be called here, and possession arrow favors Alton. Well, Garrett, you were just talking about the contact. There's more of it.
Yeah, this is just, seems like they're getting even more contact now.
I think they heard you, and they're trying to get some more contact, get their hands on each other. 3:18 left in the third quarter. Kaylee Lacey now right side there. Steen puts it up and in from right underneath the basket. Her first field goal of the game. She's now up to 3 points. Long pass looking for Simplecamp. Can she keep it in bounds? She can't. And it goes out of bounds over near another Taylorville assistant. So it's 53-28, 3:03 left in the third quarter. Justice Haynes takes it on the left side, now right side. Left then to Lacey, then over to Ducey. So we got Lacey and Ducey, a lot of similar names here. Bank shot is missed short out to an Alton player who then puts it in. That was Lacey, in fact. She's up to, if I've counted this correctly, 20 points. Yeah, that's 20 points. Taylorville, almost had it intercepted, but it's out of bounds. And, look at this. Julie Wayman comes back into the game. Dora Thomas off in her place. So they might try to involve Julie Wayman, the Tornadoes. We'll see. She's at the back end of a lineup here as Kitzman looks for someone to inbound to. Finds, look at that. It's Julie Wayman. Then over to Simplecamp. Now she tries to dribble around her opponent there, Haynes. Needs some help as she runs into some players. Now it's on the ground as they say jump ball, tornado ball. Well, the Tornadoes are just sometimes running into these walls of Alton players, and there's just no way out of it for them. I think they just need a little more support there. Now over to the right side. That pass there is to Durbin. Out of bounds and does not get the Alton touch that she was looking for, so it does go back to the Redbirds. So 2:19 left. It is 55-28. We're 3 points away from having a running clock margin here. Purple Rain trying to turn it up. Caritas Orr, and then the two put in by Jacayla Steen. She just laid that one in off the backboard. Now 5 points for her. Another line change for Alton as they get pretty much all of their players involved. I wouldn't be surprised if all of them play. Julie Wayman takes that long pass now out to Durbin for three, and that's long on the rim. Rebounded that time by Caritas Orr. More contact as now it's out to the left side. Three put up, and that's long on the rim. Rebounded by Steen. Pass there, intercepted by Simplecamp. So we're seeing these steals go in both directions. Simplecamp, right side there to Kitzman, who tried to fake. Almost lost the handle. Pass there, intercepted. Now over to Ducey. Can she drive in on the left side? Foul called as Durbin is sanctioned. I thought they would sanction the charge instead, but that's not what happens.
No, I really wonder, like, if Purple Rain really gets to these people, because they're just loud.
Well, judging by the scoreline of this game, maybe not so much, but they're certainly doing their part. 57-28, 1:26 left in the third quarter, and Ducey's at the free throw line, makes the first of the two shots. Substitution for Taylorville Lily Durbin and Grace Rogers come in for Hope Kitzman and Bailey Jackson. Bailey Jackson had actually landed awkwardly earlier, but she was then back in the game and in better spirits. 58-28. At this rate, we will have a running clock in the fourth quarter. Provided both teams, of course, consent to it. Ducey makes the second free throw, so she went 2 for 2 and is substituted with, I think that was Lauren Wimbley on in her place. 1:26 left here. Pass to Grace Rogers, full court press. She gets across, had a couple options. Simple Camp, pass behind her, intercepted. And that was Wimbley driving inside. Pass, beautifully rescued as it almost went out of bounds. Wimbley, it was back to her. Now out in front, then left corner. Fakes the three, then instead drives baseline left, and foul called. That was Jariah Green who did that fake and drive just now. And Taylorville has maxed out, it looks like, although I think they're also saying this one came from a shot. So Green is at the free throw line. First free throw is up and misses short. Any other stats you're seeing there, Garrett?
Not really, but I am noticing, Alton's kind of almost doing the same thing they did with the JV game in the first half of the game. They kind of it wasn't too bad, but more towards the second half, they kind of just start going all out.
Grace Rogers' long pass there is at 60-28. Simple Camp pulls back for the three. That's short on the rim and rebounded that time by Ava Harris. Pass there to Green and then across halfway. Poked away by Max Simplecamp. Can she drive and get the score blocked there, but the foul called. And that should send Simplecamp to the line. Who was that who committed the foul? I think that was Wimbley. Just get confirmation. Indeed, it is her. That's Alton's second foul. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Taylorville down 32. Simplecamp at the free throw line. And the first free throw is good. 60-29. Second free throw is in. So Simplecamp now is 5 for 8. Foul called there that was Simplecamp who committed it. And Taylorville had maxed out, it looks like, so that's free throws. .6 seconds left. 60-30 is the score. Our simple one to recite there. Ariana Anthony is at the free throw line. She made her only free throw earlier and gets this one, so she's still perfect from the line. .6 seconds left. I'm yawning. I actually was feeling not too bad earlier as the second one goes in. It's a demanding schedule for these teams, as it has been for me as well. Grace Rogers, 38 seconds left. Rogers now over to the left side, takes that pass over to Durbin. She's right on the logo. 30 seconds left, no shot clock, remember. Outside there. Fakes as now Grace Rogers has it. She turns around now, tries to drive into the lane. She fell over there, and she does draw the foul and goes to the free throw line. Free throws here sponsored by the Senior Citizens of Christian County. Who was the foul against? I think they're saying that was against Ava Harris. So Rogers goes to the line here. She has 6 points so far. She can make it 7 on this free throw, and she does. .7 seconds left, and it's again a doubled up score here. We've seen that a few times against the Tornadoes this season. Second free throw goes in, so now it's 62-32. Now across here goes Alton looking for another score before the end. Left side three put up by Green, that's long. Tipped into the hands of Thomas. Now Simplecamp, another long pass. Can she get the shot away? She puts up the three, and it's in. That was not a very good shot, but it goes in after a deflection, and Max Simplecamp makes it 62-35. Happy high fives there from the bench as that reduces the arrears to 27 going into the fourth quarter. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Fourth quarter here, Alton starts with a ball up by 27 points. In front now, and Justice Haynes now inside, and the shot's taken and scored by Steen, as it's now 64-35 at the start of the fourth quarter. Taylorville kept this one close at the start, but then Alton's run away with it since then, as we almost got hit there. Ball is out of bounds as Nora Thomas tried to rescue it, and she doesn't, and it goes out of bounds. 7:31 left in the game. 64-35, Alton leads Taylorville. Left side over there to Caritas Orr, now in front to Lacey. Left side now on the right side, Ducey. Ducey in front, and then takes it from the free throw line. That misses to the left. Can Nora Thomas get to it? She's on the ground, and now so is an Alton player who rescues it, and that one goes out of bounds on that pass. Just kind of rolled along the sideline, and it was going to go either out on the sideline or into backcourt.
There's still only about, I think, a 30-point. Alton has only about a 30-point lead, and we have 7 minutes left. Taylorville can still make a comeback.
Clock is stopped, by the way. It's a 29-point deficit here as Grace Rogers is across halfway on the left side. Long pass, that is Peyton DeMichael who has to rescue it. It's off an Alton foot and then into her hands. And then Ducey, pass there inside, shot short by Lacey. Now out to the left side for three, and that one rolls in and out. I thought that was going in as Nora Thomas gets the rebound there. With Kitzman now, guarded by Orr. Tries to beat her on the left. Instead, Rogers goes around behind her. And the 5-second violation's called there as she was being closely guarded by Orr. 6:34 left in the game, and it's 64-35 Alton. Again, the clock stopped in that instance. Right side then, that is Ducey. Left side, Orr. Back to the right to Haynes. Driving in and then taking that shot, and that was Steen, who's had a great second half so far. 8 points for her in the half, 9 total, and she drove in on Jackson. Now long pass intercepted, that time by Haynes. And then the left side three is nothing but net as it goes in from Lacey. I think that's 23 points on the game for her. That's what we're seeing on the board. Pass there out of bounds as Alton gets it back for yet another opportunity. Line change for Alton. Anything else you're seeing, Garrett, in terms of stats?
I know I was talking about Julie with 20 points that she had on the JV, but Alton, number 5, she scored 23 points out of the 69.
23, that's 1/3 of the points. So 5:32 left in this one, 69-35. Alton leads Taylorville. So now they do have a margin of 30 or more points. We'll see if the running clock comes into effect. Left side there, tipped and intercepted by Max Simplecamp. She's gotten a couple steals in this game. Now long 2 or 3 as that's missed short. It rebounded that time by Alton. I think that was Allison. No, that wasn't Allison Pruitt. I'll have to figure out who that was. Short there on the follow-up shot. Rebounded by Taylorville, going the other way. Nora Thomas looking for the shot there. That's short. Bailey Jackson, and she's got that one. Bailey Jackson, 10 points for her on the game. 69-37 the score here. Pass tipped by Bailey Jackson, who had just scored that one. So already plenty of contributions here. Now into Grace Rogers. She turns and takes the shot and gets the 2 and 1. Grace Rogers, that was Grace Rogers who got the points there. That was Claire Delahanty who committed the foul. She's into the game for the first time. Nora Thomas and Bailey Jackson go off for, I'm not exactly sure who. Grace Rogers to take a couple free throws here, and the first, just one free throw, sponsored by the Senior Citizens of Christian County, and it's in. I should have known if it's a 2 and 1. Grace Rogers is substituted for Raken Funderburk, who comes into the game for the first time. 69-40, so just under the 30 points. 3:57 left in the game. Now at the top here. Seems like the players are getting tired out a little bit from all the running, just like we are here, or at least I am. Pass tipped out of bounds. Alton gets it back. Joe Durbin tried to get the intercept. And never mind, the clock is running right now. Allison Pruitt now inside and then turning and shooting that time, and it's in, as that's Olivia Williams who scores her first points of the game. 3:23 left in this one. Max Simplecamp on the right wing for three, and that's short, and then the follow-up shot is missed, but a foul. That was Julie Wayman who took it. And now we're seeing Wayman get into this one here. I think, who were they saying? Is that Taylor? That was Mariah Taylor who is into the game and who committed the foul there. Julie Wayman is at the free throw line. This is sponsored by the Senior Citizens of Christian County. Makes the first one. Substitutions as Lily Durbin and Leah Lovecamp come into the game. So a couple L's as Joe Durbin and Max Simplecamp are withdrawn. Second free throw misses there, and they said the whistle had gone. Not sure what the decision was there, but it was Alton ball, I guess, for 71-41. A lot of points Alton scored in this one, but hey, give Taylorville credit. 41 points against a team that had conceded a combined, I think it was 24 points in the last two games. So Taylorville can have that to hang their hats on. So that shot there was missed on the right side. I got to get the sayings right. Claire Delahanty missed that one, and that was taken by Taylorville on the rebound. Right side there to Funderburk. And she puts up the shot there and makes that one from right in front for two. So 2 points for Reagan Funderburk, as Taylorville is out to, or it is 71-43. That pass there goes out of bounds. So Garrett, the saying I was trying to make earlier was you can hang your hats and hold your heads up high. So a lot of alliteration there. And I, of course, got the sayings backwards because that's what happens. Inbounded there to Amira Weineke, is I think how that's pronounced. Shot there blocked by Julie Wayman and intercepted as it went out to Leah Lovecamp, who traveled. 1:10 left in the game. The clock has been continuing to run. It is 71-43, just inside of 30 points. Here goes Alton looking for another score. Three from the right side, and that's in. Nothing but net, as that was put in that time by Delahanty. Now across here, that is Lily Durbin. Out there, that was no, that was not Jackson. That was Reagan Funderburk. Jackson's not on the court. Now inside there. And I can't see who's got it because the official was in my way, but it's intercepted. Up now, left side here, and then the shot taken. That's blocked. Who got her hand to it? That might have been Lily Durbin. 26 seconds left. The clock has continued to run. Right side here. It's been a game of blocks and steals and a lot of points. Lily Durbin doing a little crisscross here on Allison Pruitt. 14 seconds left. Looking for her teammate on the pass, just tipped out of bounds. That was Reagan Funderburk. She couldn't get her hand to it. 6 seconds left. Clock does continue to run. We may or may not have time for the inbound here. And we don't have time for the inbound. That is the end of this one, and Alton takes this one 74 points to 43, a high-scoring encounter that goes the way of the Redbirds. Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look back at this game and name the Chill Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. Again, 74-43, the final score here at the Dolph. This is Tornado Girls Basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. Tornado girls basketball on 96.5 The Chill and Tommy TV. It is finished here. Alton 74, Taylorville 43. I'm Reed Kamai alongside Garrett Schultz. And Garrett, this is a game that for the Tornadoes, they started out decently and then just fell away shortly after that, as Alton really took control of this one. Let us name now the Chill Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game, and for us it's going to Nora Thomas. Nora Thomas had 6 points on the game, including 4 of those in the first quarter. And Garrett, it was in that first quarter that Taylorville looked like they were maybe going to get a decent amount of control in this game, at least to start, and that could put Alton on the back foot considering how they've performed this season. So Nora Thomas, I would say, especially with that first quarter, I was impressed by her.
Yeah, I mean, she took some hard hits, and she just got back up and kept playing for almost quite a majority of the match, for about, 18, 19 minutes, 20 minutes.
So Nora Thomas, then your Chill Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. Let's look at some of the other point scores. I forgot to go through and add all of this up at the end. Let's see, 10 points for Bailey Jackson, 11 for Grace Rogers, the 6 for Nora Thomas, like I mentioned, 3 for Julie Wayman, 8 points for Max Simplecamp, 3 for Peyton DeMichael, and 2 for Reagan Funderburg. And then as for Alton, 23 points for Kaylee Lacey, along with 14 points for Madeline Ducey. A couple other top point scorers. Lauren Wimbley had 8, and 7 points for Ariana Anthony. Well, getting near the end of this one for us here on Tommy TV and 96.5 The Chill. Thanks so much for tuning in. He's been Garrett Schultz. I've been Reed Kamai. Let's send it over to Ella Hohenstein on court to close us out. Ella?
All right, that's a wrap for tonight for girls basketball. The ending score being 43-74. Stay tuned for future content and broadcasts, and we'll see you then. I've been Ella Hohenstein, and this has been my Sideline Report.
You're watching Tommy TV.